Hi, Soul Family. Wasn't this song earlier on? Wasn't this song earlier on? If you liked it, you should have put a ring on it. Chirping, some other brother noticed me. Oh, look outside. Isn't it pretty? Pretty. Let's go take a peek. Let's go take a peek while we've got it. It's a little bit late, I know. Hi, chicken. Are you eating your grass? Yeah? Oh, look. See? That's pretty, hey? My swan song in Canyon Lake, my swan song in my mermaid. Oh, look. The dragonfly lights. Hold on to your dreams. They're sound, they're valid, you deserve to see them fulfilled. Pay attention to your dreams, too. You've got messages coming. And shoot for the moon and you'll land amongst the stars. Hi, chicken. Yeah, hi. Hi, little miss. I need all the attention in the world. Yes, yes. I gotta go do my reading. Okay. So, took my mermaid for a drive. Treated myself to all kinds of terrible junk food. I totally did. I got myself French fries and what are those things? A Frosty and a chocolate chip cookie. I hung up one of my business calls to do our reading. Isn't that awful for them and for my work? Okay, we're gonna do one message from the Divine Circus. I did a reading. I recorded one earlier, and it was a good reading, but I was really aggressive. I was too aggressive, and I thought, you know, that isn't necessary. You don't need to be that aggressive. So we'll see if Spirit gives us the same messages again. I just thought, you know what? People are trying. They're doing their best, and they don't need to get yelled at. Sometimes Spirit wants me to yell, you know? All my kids are in. Check this out. This one, who fights with her brother, roommate, and him. Say hi. All right. Okay. I drive up in the convertible and my landlord says, that is a sexy car, Sherry. And I said, I know. That's a sexy car, I'm telling you. It's the mermaid. She's sexy. She just straight up is. I just can't have two cars, you know? God, if somebody had a kid that, or even if it was me, if I was married, I would say to my husband, I want to keep that car and I want to fix it up. Let's fix it up. I freaking love it. It's in great shape. All it needs is a new convertible top. You know, and then we're dialed in. It's got 4 new tires. The interior's mint. Drives like a dream. 120,000 original miles. Dang, you know. So somebody else, I'm going to ask $3,333 for it. I am. And if somebody is smart, they'll pick it up for their wife or for themselves for a little car to run around in. Right? Or some young kid, a little girl, will get that present from her dad. Oh my God, if my dad gave me that car, I would have flippin' lost my shit. Whoops, that was kind of a weird shuffle. Okay. All right, correct for neutrality on all levels. Here we go. The Red Countess. Now, interesting. I don't know if this is something that I received when I first got the deck, this message, or if it was what we did together. But remember the kitsune? We were told that the kitsune was going to show up, and it was red hair, right? So the message that you're getting from this reading is going to be a message from your kitsune. Is my first thought, right? Okay, let me turn down. Okay. Look at the 2 bluebirds of happiness. That's the first thing I'm seeing. And he's bringing a present. Ooh. So what's with her nose? It looks red to me, like she's been crying. So what's her deal? She's listening to something. The one bird is they're whispering something in her ear. 21. Interesting. I always see that number for myself. So because of that, we're going to ask what it means. I dropped my angel number book on the ground. Just a sec. But 21 comes up for me a lot. Like, that's the number that I see all the time. 21. I always think it's time to graduate, right? It's graduating from one level to the next is the first thing I think of. But they're telling you that your optimism is definitely warranted, and the angels are working behind the scenes on your behalf this very moment. And you can help support them by saying positive affirmations and believing that your dream is already manifesting. Everyone says that, I dropped it, that convertible suits me. And I said, it does. You know what? I need a new one. I need a new one, universe. Okay, so the bird is singing. The gentle song of the bird is singing in her ear, right? So they're asking you to listen to what you're hearing. Listen to your inner wisdom, the gentle song. What's interesting is the name that I chose for my website, The Angel's Whisper. If you go into a loud concert and you're standing right next to somebody and you try and yell in their ear to get them to hear you, they can't hear you above the noise. But do you know that if you whisper in their ear, they will hear you? It's proven. Isn't that a trip? So, even amidst a rock concert, can you hear what your inner wisdom is whispering in your ear? What they're saying? Your inner truth? You know what it is. So right now, Spirit is saying not only is it safe for you to trust it, but you can act on it. There is something that you know. You've sensed it, you've felt it, and you realize this truth more than one time. And even if others don't see it or hear it, you know. You just know, even if you don't know how to explain it. You just know that it is. So no matter how convincingly someone or even you might be, and how they try to talk you out of it for a while, the truth always comes back, right? You know what your ear is being told by your inner self or your higher self. This isn't a warning. This is a reassurance, an encouragement to act on and be bold. Like her hair, that flaming red hair. That's bold. Look at the hair is badass. Go for it. Listen. What is it that your inner wisdom is telling you? Hold your feelings. And what you're getting inside, hold them in high esteem. They're sacred. They're true. You can trust it. Pay attention to them. Give yourself time to process what you're thinking and what you're feeling, because you know it. Sometimes it's like niggling, it's just kind of like dancing around the outside, but you know it's there. It's like sometimes I've got something and I know Spirit wants me to do something or say something, and it's just floating around in my subconscious, but I know it's there. But for this, you've been given messages and you've been given signs and you just know something. If you can't figure out what it is that your inner self is trying to tell you, and you're conflicted between what your thought is and what's coming from deep inside and then your mind, you're kind of torn, right? You're on overload. So that's when we have to pull away and do the mindless work. That's when we have to just like go for a ride in your convertible. Go wash your car, dust your house, switch off, right? It's like my phone. I've got all these apps running, and if I leave my apps running, my battery's dead by the morning. So I have to close them down, switch them off to keep your battery charged. It's like my car, right? I had to jump that battery because it sat there for so long. And I must have been lights. There was something that was draining it. Ooh, interesting. I'm the mermaid and my battery kept having to be charged. It's a brand new battery. So something was draining me, sucking my energy. So for you, something's sucking your energy and it's draining so that you can't hear your inner whisperings clearly, or you're not paying attention. So maybe you're overheated, you're redhead, maybe you're hot and bothered about something. You're not going to hear anything when you're hot and bothered. It's just like a car, right? If it's overheated, you got to switch it off and let it cool down. So for you, cool down or you're going to blow up. Unplug. Spirit said us earlier today that we needed to unplug, right? Treat our brains, treat our body to gentleness, to a bit of break. Give yourself some time from the hustle and bustle of the outside world, the craziness of the outside world, so that you're able to actually get in touch with what is true for you. And if you have a vision or a feeling about something or someone, and you're uncertain about it, and you're kind of like, oh, I don't know, this is what I think, but, well, this red Countess is confirming the accuracy. So yes, you're right in what you felt. Trust yourself. And then choose to act. Because you know. You already know. We already know. I release all vows of silence made in this or any other lifetime. I release all shame and fear of my intuition and insight from this or any lifetime. I release all memory and effect of being silenced, judged, or harmed for insight and knowledge. I have held in this or any lifetime. I choose to see, know, and trust in my inner knowing. Through my own free will and divine grace, this is now so. So take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Imagine, visualize. Pretend or feel that you can exhale all the way from the back of your back, all the way out through your throat. And repeat the following chant several times. You can sing it, you can speak it, whatever works, right? I know what's true and what to do. 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 I know, I do. Right? Whatever it is, I know what's true and what to do. So after that affirmation will help you, right? And here's another one you can say. My inner knowing, my wise inner guide. I hear you whisper loving truths deep inside. I trust you and I act on your guidance at the perfect time and in the perfect way for me. Because they're up there whispering in her ear. Those are her guides. And she's your kitsune. She's giving you the message that you needed. This is your message. Let's say it again. My inner knowing, my wise inner guide. I hear you whisper your loving truths deep inside. I trust you and I act on your guidance at the perfect time and in the perfect way for me. I know what's true and what to do. I know what's true and what to do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I know what's true and what to 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 do. And what to do, and what to do, and what to do, 'cause I know what is true. I do. Yeah, sing. I love to sing. I miss the music. See, I had to do that at the holiday because I didn't know how to play my guitar. And yes, I could have learned to play my guitar, but I've been too freaking busy. My grandson's got it right now anyway. I've got one guitar here. I suppose I could. No excuses, I know. I know what to do. Yes, I do. I know what to do. Yes, I do. I know what to do. Yes, I do. And when you tell yourself that, your higher self starts to remember what you are meant to do. Because you already know what to do. We already have our answers deep inside. We just have to pull them out. Ooh, what's up with that? Butting heads. Ooh, interesting. We're getting this up right. Oh my God, you guys. Wow. I've spoken about this a lot. A lot. Because Spirit wants this dealt with. The Gossamer Princess. This is the one. She's sitting up there wondering what to do. She knows what to do. Spirit's already told her. There are certain strands in your web, your creative web, your communication that are falling apart. With people that you need to communicate with, and you have allowed things to fall apart. And you need to gently reweave those. And there's some other threads there that are connected to people that you absolutely need to allow to fall away. It is not in your highest good to be kept in contact with these people, this situation. Not at all. It's time to let that go. But there is definitely work to be done. Relationship work that needs to be done. Everybody's ready. Full transformation. Your wings are up. You know, don't just sit there. Right? Which relationships need to be rewoven? Which ones are deeply neglected? Well, we saw earlier today, the unicorn, he's watching her, but he doesn't speak to her. The love is falling apart. She's dying, right? We saw that workaholic, the angel yelling, saying, you need to stop. So you know right now that there are relationships in your life that have been ignored, and they need attention. Right now, there could be breakdowns in communication. Misunderstandings is what we were shown, right? Breakdowns, not having heard from someone that you should have heard from, speaking less with your family members that you should be spending time with, right? Your kids, all this stuff came up earlier today. And all it takes is just a little, you know what to do. This is your gift. You know how to do this. Gently reweave the ones that really need your attention and time. And get rid of the ones that are, like today, I spent a lot of time today. I cleaned all of my shutters, everything, and I went behind and I got my dustbuster, and there was all these cobwebs in there with dead bugs, and it was disgusting. I went through everything, cleaned it all out because it wasn't necessary. And I went outside. Oh, you can't see it now, but I've got a big plant out there, and there was a giant cobweb that was in the way, and I said no. And today, my my mermaid that had been sitting there, her tires had cobwebs underneath them, and I washed it just yesterday, and since yesterday a new one has formed. So that's what they're talking about. Clear away the junky ones, the ones that are covered up you know, have grown old. You're not using them. The old yucky cobwebs, the things that should be let go, relationships that are no longer in your highest good. But the ones that relationships that you want to reweave, like little stupid misunderstandings that can grow into something huge, right? Little fallings out that are unworthy of your relationship, you know? Stupid. Why would you allow that to happen? It's worth spending a little time to reassess the relationships, you know? What can I do? This time they're telling you, don't sit there and wait for somebody else to make a move. It's up to you. You're the one they're talking to right now, right? Family, friends, whatever it is, make the move in communication. You can recreate the webs, but this is a time of reweaving certain webs, and it is also the time of gentle endings. We were shown that because it's separation time, right? Ending of one part of your life and moving forward into your new life. This is what it's all about. Okay, so let's one from the what did I say? Not the shapeshifters, the Shadows and Light, Oracle of Shadows and Light. Everybody says the one with the big eyes, the one with the big eyes. Ooh, I've got prickles. I got prickles in my hands. There's a really wow. What happened with that? There's prickles in my hands right now. So there's a message in here that I'm supposed to see. Show me what it is. What is it? Why did you give me prickles? Oracle of Shadows and Light. What is it that you want? What is it that's so important for me to see? Correct neutrality on all levels. Why are you being so difficult? Someone coming out of the shadows. That's why. Somebody's coming out of the shadows. And they're bucking it. They're having a hard time doing it. But they're doing it because I got prickles. Someone's coming out of the shadows. Correct neutrality on all levels. Woo! I'm dropping my cards. Wow. Okay, I heard no, but I'm going to put that aside because that was featured this morning. That message was featured this morning. So I'm going to give you a little... Okay, somebody is butting heads. So there's something going on. Prickles. Okay. Mend a broken heart, Farey. Healing from a heartbreak. And the Carnivorous Fairy. Whoa, and listen to this song. Because she did this to him. Wow. So, interesting. This is her. Save your apology. All I want to know. She's saying it to this one. All right. So what flipped out was the Carnivorous Fairy, and what they're telling you is this is the attempting offer has a very high price. So you're about to receive a tempting offer, and it's tainted. This is the poisoned apple. This is why I heard yesterday and all day today, don't take the money, don't take the money. Somebody's offering you something, and it's not in your highest good. Now, so this guy loved her, and he got sucked, he got drunk, and he made a mistake, and her heart is freaking broken. And it was probably with someone like this that he made the mistake. So there's one of those misunderstanding. It's not a misunderstanding, but that's the healing that needs to be rewoven, right? And maybe that's the one who's afraid to come forward, and her heart's broken. So what's going on here is they're telling you to pick up the tattered pieces of your heart. Stop holding on to this you've been hurt, you know? Your heart's bruised, and it's important that you take care of yourself because someone didn't take care of you. They weren't gentle with you. It's kind of like when the father came looking for me, and he asked those two that were riding in the back on the horses in the field, "Where is she?" And they said, "Well, she said she was coming." And he said, "You didn't care for her. you didn't take care of her, and he was angry. And that's what happened. She wasn't taken care of. And it could be a he. Doesn't have to be a she. Could be a he as well, right? So it's important right now that you take care of yourself. And forget you should or do whatever. It's about you now. This is about you taking care of you. Comforting yourself, having a bath, letting yourself go to bed early. You know, allow yourself, don't close yourself down from other people because someone else hurt you. Let yourself be around the ones who are worthy of your love, right? This isn't about being bitter or guarded. We don't want to do that. We don't want to close our heart because someone was an asshole to us, right? It's not the time for being harsh. This is time for being soft and gentle. You need gentleness at this time. And you can call Spirit. And this is this Mend a Broken Heart Fairy. She's there to soothe you. Feel her presence and she'll take away the pain that you're feeling. And it doesn't have to be this doesn't have to be a lover. This could be a family member. It could be a friend that betrayed you. Somebody who was after the Carnivorous Fairy. There's somebody who they put themselves out in a place. Listen to the song right now. Wondering if after all these years we'd like to meet, go over everything. So this is what's happened. Somebody's trying to come forward, but the Carnivorous Fairy, somebody in or a situation, they're trying to tempt you with something, but they are a narcissist. They devour whatever they touch. They look, I'm very beautiful, I'm very delicate, but look at, she wears a Venus flytrap in her, that's her adorning. Look at her little face. What? You're saying that about me? I'm innocent. No, you're not. You're vicious. You're vicious and nasty. You feed off of other people's energy. You consume more than you give. You feed. You're one of those. You whore yourself out. You take. You don't give anything back. But don't you think I'm beautiful? I won't hurt you. I'm just a young girl. I'm just innocent. I'm so sweet. Or whatever this situation is. It looks harmless. Somebody tries to talk you into a money market scam, right? It looks really good. It's going to take everything you've got, right? Whatever this is. This one is here, and she's telling you, come closer, just take a look. And Spirit's saying, don't go too close, because she's going to eat and devour anything that comes near her. Don't forget they are the Venus flytrap. They are flesh eaters. They will eat you, and they will delight in doing this. This is a kind of person who is, you can feel the energy. They have toxic energy. They talk about people. They feel entitled. These are the entitled ones who think that the world owes them a living, right? And they're also charming and sweet when you're doing what they want you to do, right? These are the ones who think that they are royalty without having earned it. You know what I was saying before? You know, what have you done that brings respect to you? You haven't earned anything. Just because you're pretty or you're handsome, you think that you're entitled. Just because these are the ones that become trust fund people, right? They don't work, they don't do anything. They just have and they take, and they're spoiled. And I don't have to be that way, but that's what this one is, right? Narcissistic. You are a source for them. That's all you are. This one was used by this one. That's what I think about the person that's singing this song right now. What happened? Was it one? He says it only happened once. I was drunk. She was beautiful. I lost my head, and she took everything I had. Now he's hurting, or she's hurting, right? This could be a man too. But now I'm sorry because I realized, wow, I broke your heart. This one was so charming, and they appeared so different. You're just a source for them. You're just a way for them to get what they want. It's horrible. But what's even worse is if you get sucked into that. As I said, it doesn't have to be a human. It could be a workplace. It could be your job. It could be, it looked like it was a good deal. I thought I was doing a good thing, but it's taken every part of my life. Remember that person that's working 24/7? They demand more and more from me. I thought this was an honorable work, but they demand all of my time, and I can't give anything to my family. It's sucking the life out of me. It could be a belief system. It could be a cult that you're in. There's a lot of stuff about cults right now. You could have thought you were joining a spiritual group, and these people they're disguised. They looked so innocent and they presented themselves as a spiritual people, but they're not. That's their cover. You need to observe if you want to, but don't get close to them again. Don't be their experiment, because they're going to take everything they can from you. And this is where you're going to end up. Sad. I want a different message. I'm going to ask quickly for a different message. But this is what my hands were prickling on. So I feel like, wow. It's either somebody who did this is coming forward to try and explain themselves, or I'm about to be made a really tainted offer by somebody who's just a dream eater. That's what they are. They're dream eaters. Same one. Take care of yourself. Correct neutrality on all levels. My hands are just prickling and prickling and prickling. All the way up my arms. All the way up my arms. Correct neutrality on... Is it this deck? No? All right. Is it? Yes? No? This one? Oh my God. You gotta be kidding me. I knew it was that one. Marie Masquerade. Okay, so here we go again. So there's a few different messages in Marie Masquerade. First of all, glamour, intrigue, drama. All right. So this could be that narcissistic society, the group, the people, the place, the situation, right? It looks really beautiful. I've always wanted to belong to that group. I've always wanted to be accepted amongst those people, hang out with that group of people. I've worked my whole life to be accepted into this business. You know, that was what I wanted to do. I really wanted to do that. Stylish, and everybody looks at them and thinks they're so awesome, and I wanted to be part of that group. Right? There's that way of looking at it. These people who, it's all about keeping up with the Joneses, right? This is about, again, somebody's about to invite you into something very intriguing, and they're going to ask you in charming ways. Now remember the narcissist, that's how they behave, right? The temptation is going to be really, really strong, because it wouldn't tempt you if it wasn't something that you would love, right? This person's either beautiful, they're powerful. A powerful individual, remember, don't take the money, don't take the money, don't take the money. A powerful individual is going to offer you a position or status into a group, or what are they going to offer you? But whatever it is, there's a really, really high price that you're going to pay with trying to mingle with these people. And what may be expected of you is going to be way more than you realize. There's consequences that are hidden from you right now. They're not telling you the truth. It's tempting, of course it is. But they're telling you, you need to step back and really examine this. It may not be in your highest good, because it's a tainted offer. Now, another message in this. This one here. There's gossip around somebody that you wish to be like. Somebody's talking shit on somebody. And this person doesn't need another admirer. I don't need an admirer. I can get that anyway from all the plastic people. I need a real friend, a true friend, right? This message comes up when there's jealousy, when there's gossip. Again, those ones like the entitled one who thinks that they should have the success that you have been given, right? You've worked for it. And there's those who are choosing to associate with you because they're trying to ride on your coattails. They don't want to do the work, so they're networking with you. Yeah, bring this one in. Yeah, because it looks good if this one's with us. Right? They want to befriend you, but not for who you are, for what you've got. Just like what we got the first message, the sad, broken-hearted one, that Carnivorous Farey. You know, they know what you have. They know the influence. It's like, what is that song that was up a little while ago? This is the one who's leaving, and he says, you got into all the clubs under my name, and, you know, I realized that all you wanted me for was access to what I could give you, where I could get you. It had nothing to do with me, right? It isn't coming from the heart. It isn't genuine. So Spirit's saying, know the difference. And just because this one is beautiful and successful doesn't mean that she's the bad one. This may be the one who's in that group, but I'm a decent person. You know, it's not wrong to have money. It's not wrong to have a high position. I worked hard for it. My family worked hard for it. But I don't know who to trust. People are using me. I don't know who to trust. This one's setting her sail to her own ship. Right? She needs a real friend, or he. So know the difference. Oh my God, this song. Okay, did you hear that? So this one says, I'll never fall in love, because this is the one that has been used. This is the one that says, I'm never going to let you close to me, even though you mean the most to me, and even though I mean the most to you, because I've been used. I don't trust anyone. This one, it's the same message. I remember this song 3 years ago, actually 8 years ago, and 20 years ago. I remember thinking about this. Somebody who couldn't trust because, and wasn't going to allow themselves to love because people used them and they didn't know who to trust. And that's the Marie Masquerade. She's taken off her mask. I am who I am. This is truly me. But I don't know who to trust. And you know what? You're in the wrong association. If you're hanging out with the wrong people, you need to reweave your webs. You need to let go of these users that you know, because as the first message told us, you already know. It doesn't even have to whisper in your ear. It's been screaming. You know who's using you. And just like this song, haven't I passed the test? I'm not like the rest. You know who's a true friend. It's time to not keep the fair weather friends, right? It's time to let those strings go. Be true to yourself. It's about time you stood up for yourself. Never mind what's fashionable and what everyone else thinks should be what you should be doing. This is about creating rather than following. This is about being the Eiffel Tower. Standing on your own, choosing the right people. Stop allowing yourself to be used. It isn't that, oh, everyone's using me. You're allowing yourself to be used because you have kept yourself in the wrong circuit. You're hanging out with the plastic people. You're not hanging out with real people. If you were following your soul's path and you were hanging out with spiritual people, you wouldn't have to look around you and see who's using me, because they wouldn't be using you, because they're working from their higher self. Pretty clear to me. Sweet dreams.